A top military commander revealed some troubling new details today about that Northwest Airlines flight that overshot its destination last week. The pilots of Northwest 188 were out of contact for more than an hour, and according to the Wall Street Journal, during that time, the U.S. military was not notified until very late that an airliner was totally out of touch. Hardly reassuring after 9/11. Here's ABC's Lisa Stark.
As controllers tried to reach the Northwest jet for more than an hour, they turned to the airline and other pilots for help. But one key group was not notified early on: the military. General Gene Renuart is responsible for safeguarding the skies.
How much you think the system broke down and how concerned you are about that?
Well, I think all of us are concerned that an aircraft goes sort of off the net for an extended period of time like that.
The general says NORAD is usually notified within 10 minutes of an unusual incident. In this case, the system failed, so much so that by the time F-16 fighter jets were ready to launch, controllers and the Northwest pilots were back in touch.
If you had gotten a more timely warning, do you think you would have put jets up in the air?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Here's how it should have worked. Controllers at Denver Center, when they couldn't raise the jet, should have notified their FAA supervisors. The FAA would then send out an alert, a call over the domestic events network, monitored by the military, Homeland Security, FBI, and scores of other agencies. That alert did eventually go out, but it may not have been until nearly an hour after radio contact with the plane was lost.
I think that as soon as you find that you can't reach an aircraft carrying perhaps several hundred passengers flying over populated areas in the United States, you immediately ratchet it up.
The FAA is conducting an internal review, and NORAD, too, is looking at its response and says in the future,
launch the airplanes. Get them up there and then we'll sort it out later.
Because he says after 9/11, you can never be too careful. Lisa Stark, ABC News, Washington.